plant-based food coach from plantpurity.com, and I'm excited to bring to you a recipe, one of my classic recipes, for Asian-style kale. And what we're going to start off with is a clove of garlic. I have a huge clove, so normally I work with about 2 small cloves, but 1 big clove of garlic will do, into a stainless steel pan or a frying pan that you have with a lid. And then to that, I'm going to add some fresh grated ginger. If you don't have this, don't worry about it. The garlic will be just perfect. I just had some on hand. What I like to do is buy ginger, peel it, put it in a freezer bag and keep it in your freezer, and it grates up beautifully, and then you always have some on hand. If you're not a fan of the flavor of ginger, I suggest keep trying it, but if not, you can easily leave this out of this recipe. And then what I have here is 1.5 pounds of kale. It comes beautifully in this pre-washed bag. These are baby kales. Hopefully you can find this in your grocery store soon. I found this at my Costco. They've been carrying it, and it makes eating kale super convenient. And what you want to do with this kale is, even this is baby kale, these leaves are a little bit big. Sometimes, some weeks, the kale's really tiny, and I just use it straight out of the bag into my pan, but today I'm going to chop it up a little bit. And this actually, the chopping of kale multiplies the phytochemicals that the kale produces, so it's actually a good idea to chop up kale, let it sit for a few minutes. It multiplies the phytochemical production when you chop it. The kale's actually trying to repair itself, and those same chemicals act in our body to heal our body. So we're just going to take this and put it right into the pan. Also, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of tamari. It's a great tasting soy product, soy sauce. I have the gluten-free organic version. There's many different types. You choose what works best for you. And then we're going to add all this kale to this pot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it to my stove, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. And you always want to keep some water on hand in case the pan starts to get too hot. You don't want it to brown. What's going to happen is I'm going to put a lid on here. I'm going to bring my heat up to high. And we're going to keep an eye on this. If you don't have a clear glass lid, just peek underneath. You want to see that it's steaming up. As soon as it starts to steam up, you can turn this down to low or even off and walk away from it. And what I have cooked already for us over here is some brown rice. 2-to-1 water to brown rice. I like short grain brown rice, and I like to order this through Amazon. I just have it delivered straight to my front door. I find it to be the best price. They send me about 10 pounds at a time. I want you to try for the new year, 2013, to incorporate more greens into your diet. And this is a really simple, basic recipe. You could even steam it up without the garlic, without the ginger. You could add your own spices to it. I just love it steamed with garlic and served over brown rice. We eat this for breakfast quite often. And for dinner, you could serve this steamed kale as a side dish. I just want to give you a different idea to flavor it with the tamari rather than just vegetable broth, as in my recipe for garlic greens. I cook it with vegetable broth and garlic. So these are just 2 different ways to steam up some kale. You should be trying to incorporate steamed greens at least 2 to 3 times a week. I love them, so I could eat them every day and get the antioxidant power of them, and the protein that's in the greens is amazing. So I want you to start incorporating these greens come 2013. It'll help with your weight loss, it'll help with the reduction of your cholesterol, it's going to make your body operate perfectly. So we want to add these to our diet. Okay, as you can see, this is steaming up. The whole top is all nice and steamed up. And I'm going to turn this off. And my greens are ready to go. They've wilted down to a very small amount, and this is enough for 2 to 4 people, depending on how much greens you're used to eating. And first I'm going to layer my brown rice into the bowl. And go heavy-handed with this brown rice. I'm eating this for breakfast. I don't want you counting calories. I don't want you limiting your complex carbohydrates. You will lose weight eating brown rice and kale. And scoop up some of this great soy sauce with the garlic and the ginger and put that over your rice. It's going to be delicious. And you can see there's one more serving left in here. You could even eat more of these greens. So you can see how you can incorporate 1.5 pounds of kale into your diet. This is 1 serving. This is half of this. And then if you want to, I have some sesame seeds. You could top that off with the sesame seeds if you want to get a little fancy. These are some toasted sesame seeds. It just makes it that much more appealing. And I like to eat mine with chopsticks. It slows me down a little. And it makes it feel a little more authentic. Oh, you've been waiting. Thanks for watching. I hope you make some Asian-style kale soon. And remember, the best of health will be owned by those who eat an abundance of plants. So eat your kale, eat your fruits and veggies. Take care, Happy New Year, and best of health to you.